guys, it's Coach Kathy. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Kathy Richardson. I have had bariatric surgery 4.5 years ago. I've lost and maintained 150 pounds, and I'm here to help you meet and maintain your weight loss goals, whether you've had bariatric surgery or not. But today I am in my car. I'm on my way home from getting to go to a bariatric symposium. And I was one of the only person in the room that wasn't a medical professional. I was surrounded by family physicians, pharmacists, registered dietitians, nurse practitioners, nurses, you name it. But I did get to go being a certified weight loss coach here in Canada. So the day focused around all of the latest advancements in GLP-1 meds, in the different types of bariatric surgeries that are available now, because there's more than the two that we kind of started with. And then just different outcomes for bariatric patients based on which surgery they had, based on whether they've introduced meds or not. And even just talked about obesity in general, different factors that come into play, like socioeconomic status, age, gender, ethnicity. Obesity is a multifaceted disease, and it requires a multifaceted approach for many people to combat it. One thing that came across loud and clear today, and I hope everybody hears this once and for all: obesity is a disease. It is classified medically as a chronic progressive disease. There is no cure for obesity. Even if you become a healthy BMI, and we talked about how poor of a marker BMI actually is when dealing with obesity, but even if you become a healthy weight, you still have the disease of obesity. I fall into that category. I actually found out today just kind of how atypical my weight loss journey has been, to be 5 years out from BSG and still have maintained the substantial loss that I did. A lot of people, we heard from one surgeon today, say that it's very common for bariatric patients to regain up to 30% of their lost weight back. And a lot of people only lost 40 or 50 or even 60%. Rare. And it depends on if you're talking about total weight lost or percentage of excessive weight. Those two percentages do matter. But regardless, being surrounded by a bunch of medical professionals, one thing that I did notice today is that even family physicians had very basic questions about bariatric surgery that they just didn't know. There's so much about bariatrics that really, unless you're a bariatric doctor or an obesity specific doctor or an endocrinologist, there's probably questions that physicians have that you as a bariatric patient could answer for them. And one question that came up today was, why do post-ops regain their weight? And it was really telling to hear answers from surgeons and from obesity doctors that deal with bariatrics and with meds like GLP-1 meds. When you lose the weight, your body still wants to go back to being obese. And you've probably heard me talk about this in other videos. An obese body wants to remain obese. And when we are losing weight, the body literally thinks it's dying, and it's going to fight weight loss tooth and nail, even with surgery, even with the implementation of GLP-1 meds. And it's going to want to revert back to that. Your body absolutely is working against you to remain thinner if you've been obese. Right down to the fat cells, hormones, the brain-gut connection. There's so much to it. It's not as simple as you just lost willpower. And unfortunately, a lot of bariatric post-ops who do have regain, they just think, oh, I didn't walk enough, or I snacked too much at night. And, there are some behavioral modifications that do factor into whether someone's going to have regain or not. But the reality is our bodies and our hormones and our body chemistry, things are working against us. But it doesn't mean that the battle can't be won. It just means it's difficult. And this is exactly why. It is a progressive disease that is lifelong, for which there is no cure. There is only management. I guess my point in telling you all of this is to maybe be encouraged and not so discouraged if you have had surgery and you've had some regain, because that absolutely is normal and absolutely is expected. It's important that a healthy body is what our outcome is. It's not a certain gene size, it's not a certain number on the scale, and it's most definitely not a certain BMI. The goal And a successful bariatric surgery is a healthier body than before surgery. And it was even reiterated today that not all bariatric post-ops are going to have non-obese BMI. They might still have a BMI of 30, but if they started at 45, that's still a win, a major win. There's a lot to digest. I had a lot of charts that I took screenshots of. Maybe I'll throw some of them up, but I just wanted you to be encouraged today that nobody's bariatric journey looks the same. And that's all for now. Bye.